The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
You are looking live at Tostitos Championship Plaza outside Ford Center at the Star in Frisco, Texas, where it is 86 degrees. The high is 91. The low, 69.
He is
Right on
Shannon.
time.
He is Nate Newton.
Road dog.
In the back, we got Chris Beam, fresh off entertaining third graders. I am Kurt Daniels. No pumps today. Sorry.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Filling in for our main man, Jesse.
Salt and pepper poppy.
Salt and Pepper Poppy. Together, we are the sports talk equivalent of Braille people.
Yes.
We speak.
Wingstop is here. What's up, fellas?
Tight
What's
shirt,
up?
but a tight shirt. I mean,
Extra
wow.
tight. Extra tight.
Looking summary.
Wow, man.
Tight. You might need to take that one.
No.
That's some inside info.
No. I do that, man. I went to school with him.
Oh, different one.
College, yeah.
Okay, I thought that was the one from upstairs.
Well, if it went from upstairs,
Be like, hold on.
See ya.
See ya. Yeah, Jesse.
He labels them differently, I guess.
yeah.
Jesse is not here with us today, so we'll do our best without our insider. Big day today.
Big day.
A couple things happening today.
What is that?
The Reliant Home Run Derby up at Rough Riders Stadium up in Frisco, Dr. Pepper Ballpark up there. It's free, so if you have nothing to do, grab the kids this afternoon and go out there and watch some pro athletes look not so much like pro athletes playing a different sport. Sometimes
You like covering that when you were,
I loved it.
yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. It was. What was fun to me, one was back when Jason Garrett was here, and he loves baseball, and he would turn around and, he would bunt 5 or 10 to get his eye on the ball and get his timing down, and then, but you can see, like, there's athletes, and then there's athletes, like. There's athletes that are good at their sport, and then you take them out and you watch them try to hit a golf ball, and it's like they look like children. Mm-hmm. Same thing with this. Like, there's guys that are just athletes at everything. Like didn't play baseball, but go out there and crush home runs. But it was fun because the guys would have fun. They would relax. They would, joke around. You could, you got access to them. It's a different environment. They're not in reporter mode where people are sticking mics in their face. They're enjoying it and having fun. So it was always a real good time.
It's cool.
Fun to go out there and watch them.
And the same guy wins it every year.
Who's that?
Was it Fergus? Who's it?
No, Brian Anger.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Talk about athletes. That guy crushes the ball.
Yeah, and he can play golf and he can kick and all kind of good stuff.
Crazy.
The best home run derby story I ever had was, I don't even know if you know this, Chris. I don't know if you were out there or not. We had, I got a call, and it was on, I guess it was on like a Thursday. This was when it was at the old Rangers ballpark. And
Globe Life,
yep. And they had the fences pulled in really, shorter. And I got a call from a guy named DJ Silver. He's a DJ, huge Cowboys fan. And he said, hey, he's Jason Aldean's personal DJ. And he said, hey, Jason wants can we get a tour of the facility? I was like, well, I'm not going to be there because we have home run derby. I was like, ask Jason if he wants to be in the home run derby if I can pull it off.
Really?
So we got him out there and put a Reliant Energy jersey on him and just randomly Jason Aldean in the middle of the whole Cowboys team. And we didn't have fans there that day, so I don't even know if anybody knew about it, but it was fun. He had a good time.
That's cool.
Yeah. The other big thing today, schedule release, Nate. Are you excited?
You know what? They didn't have that back when I was playing where it was a big thing about the schedule release. No.
I don't think so.
Because the NFC East was terrifying, so anything outside of that was cupcakes. Yeah. So back when I played, all we wanted to know is when was we going to play the Giants? When were we going to play the?
Please be early in the year so it's not freezing.
I know.
For real.
That's what I look at.
And then we were like, at the end of the year, like, we got to beat Green Bay this year. Or we got to have a 10-win because if we have a losing record, we got to go to Green Bay. Or if we lose to Green Bay, we got to go up to them.
Because back then, now they give you the opponents early. Used to, you didn't even know the opponents, right?
Nah.
Schedule came out and it was like, here it is.
Here it is.
All at once.
Yeah, and you'd be like, Green Bay, because that's what you're looking for. The top teams with great records, with histories of great records. The Giants, you didn't want to go up there. Philadelphia, you didn't want to go up there, especially not Green Bay. Wow.
And nobody wanted to come here in September either.
Nah.
120 degrees on the field.
Yes. Especially when we was.
So you did kind of pay attention. I wondered as players if you guys really paid that much attention.
Oh, yeah. You when you're winning and you want every advantage you can get, yes, but when you losing, it was a dreaded thing. It was like going to the haunted house.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I'll be like, wow, Philadelphia. Wow, last year they got 11. Yeah, bro.
In December.
Yeah, wow.
And that's what you look for, Chris, right? Because that's what I did when I worked
100%.
here. Was like, you already knew where you were going.
Right.
Yeah.
You immediately were like, what month?
Yes.
And what's the weather going to be like while you're up there?
Yeah, I got our wait list posted here, okay? So I'm looking at this list and I see 4 cold games possible. So I'm just hoping to stay away from those.
Oh.
And if it's
Eagles, Commanders, Seahawks, Packers.
And if it's going to be cold, it might as well just
Giants?
snow.
Aren't the Giants in there? Oh, the first game. So
Well, we have first game up there, so we already know that. So I don't have to worry about that one.
Dodged a bullet there.
Yeah, dodged a bullet. Now, a couple of years ago, we did play there, and it rained heavily
Yes, it did. Yes, it
remember that.
did.
the whole game.
And and the NFL's done so the NFL's trying to get to a 365 day a year calendar to
Yes.
where
pretty much there.
they've
You're
got
close.
they've got February that basically after the Super Bowl you got about a
Yeah,
month and then they start
break.
talking about combine.
is in early March.
And they have turned this tonight into one of their tentpole events.
Yeah.
So they have the draft is one they've turned into probably their major offseason event.
Right.
Sure.
The combine and then this. And as a social media person in my previous life, I hated today because
It's even grown since you were doing.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the premier thing and everybody tries to outdo everybody and you spend your whole like this is the biggest social media event of the year. This is bigger than the Super Bowl because Super Bowl you just go cover the game and all the stuff leading up to it and you do some fun things, but this you have to plan it. You have to talk about it. You have to, and now celebrities are involved, and it's like
They had a whole movie production last year.
yeah, you have to coordinate it, and it's like if you don't, it's the one time everybody looks at social media and ranks people.
I'm about to say, your social media department gets ranked tonight.
yeah, and it's
And that's
like,
what you don't want to see tomorrow.
yeah, and if you're in the bottom 5,
Yeah.
it's like.
Man, what do we do
person's
wrong?
Terrible at their job.
No,
And if
right?
you're in the top 5, it's like they're the greatest social media person ever. And the fact of it is, it may not even be their idea. It may be somebody in production or somebody on a podcast or somebody in PR that's like, hey, this would be a cool idea. And then you just run. So it's an unfair microscope that the social teams.
So join the players. Join the players.
Yep.
You say it's unfair. That's what we do to these
I know.
players.
I would have
join the
if I
group.
could. But unfortunately, I'm in here with you guys.
Join it. NFL, NBA. I mean, Major League Baseball is a little bit behind, but these two sports here, they are in constant competition with one another of trying to make this thing global 24/7. Wednesday, we got a Wednesday game now before Thanksgiving, a Thanksgiving Eve game. The NBA is just eating up the European world. So it's always something happening, man. And whenever you can be a part of it, man, them crumbs just trickle down to us. It's time for another $10 hike, Derek. We
Hey, we just need to do the. We just need to go on the road for the Brazil game.
Sure.
Take the show on the road. Chris will already be down there.
Yeah.
Why not, Chris?
You got a
Yeah.
couple grand for airplane ticket?
more than a couple of grand unless you get a Cowboy discount.
I mean, they put me up and pay me. I might pay for my own flight. Or ride with Nate. You know he ain't gonna fly. He'd drive down to Brazil.
Drive
But I'm gonna go underwater, get a submarine, go underwater.
You know, Nate, you don't have to go underwater to get to Brazil. Just letting you know.
Oh, it's down bottom. Okay, I'm just talking. Yeah, it's down bottom.
It would probably be faster if you went underwater, but
Yeah, it would be faster.
Yeah, okay, but yeah, okay.
Might only
I'm
take you-
thinking,
You would have to
I
go
think-
across. You'd have to go across the Panama Canal. But yes,
how far?
Hey, that's closed.
how far?
it's funny.
Let's see.
Been a long trip.
Is it Rio?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look it up right now. How far of a drive is it
I
to
am.
Rio
I'm
from
looking
Dallas?
How far a drive is it to Rio?
From my location, Ford Center.
It's got to be like 3,000
I
miles.
think it's so far it won't
5
even tell
days or
me.
something. And what? Yeah.
Siri, how far a drive is it to Rio? You got the wrong Rio.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Rio, Texas, or something.
We'll look
Rio
at,
de
They went
Janeiro.
to Wisconsin, 1,800.
I'll be up that way.
we'll look it up because it's not even coming up. I don't even know. Directions are not available.
Oh.
So I don't go too many places where you got to keep showing your passport.
Yeah, you'd have to go through.
Yeah,
a lot
that's
of
I stopped in Mexico a year ago. I mean, because it was, hey sir, can we see you? I'm like, you know what? When is gonna be? Can we see your passport and a couple of $100? Let me turn around right here, go back the other way. But I'm talking about underwater. Yeah, we ain't got to do no water. It's all land.
What? So are you guys? Are you gonna like sit down and watch when they like
No.
7 o'clock when they release? Or
No, I'll look at it
Tune in.
when it comes out on the website. I'll probably look at it in a news article tonight.
I'm gonna tell you, it's just like it's leading up to the draft. Man, I ain't leading up to the draft. I watch, when I think the Cowboys gonna be on, boom, I watch it. The next day, but I ain't finna sit there.
No. I'll read some articles and get people's takes on Nick always has a really good perspective because he always takes into consideration the behind the scenes stuff and like, hey, you got this long of a layoff, you got this is back to back, this comes at this time of the year, remember this storyline here. So I'll look at some of that stuff, but as far as like, I mean, you know who you play, you know when you're on the road, you know you're now opening up with the Giants.
Right.
Is that the first game of the season or the first game of our season?
It's Sunday night, so it won't.
The first Sunday night game.
Yeah.
Wonder when the last time they had an opening season Sunday night game with two crappy teams from records from the season before. I bet that doesn't happen very often. Yeah. Both of them below 500 from last year, and they're opening up Sunday night football.
It's called John Harbaugh.
Yeah. Well, it's
In Dallas,
Dallas and New
Star,
York.
and the
I mean,
Star.
yeah.
I bet it's been a long time since that's happened.
You would think.
Yeah, I wonder if you can research that.
I mean, the interesting thing is going to be see what they do around the Brazil game because Brazil's week 3, and so they'll be home the week before. Week 2, they'll be home, but then Brazil's technically a home game, and most people think they won't get a third straight home game in week 4, so they may have to travel again in week 4. And where's that going to be? I know they're hoping and praying it'll be Houston. Just a quick jump and maybe a Monday night game. But, man, what if they send them to Green Bay or something?
Was travel do people make too big of a deal out of that, traveling too much or traveling too far, and then like, or does that really?
Cowboys always had a advantage, I thought, because they were, if anybody was going to do something weird, travel wise, it was always going to be us. Whether it was New Mexico City or just anywhere, it was always going to be the Cowboys.
Japan.
It was always going to be the Cowboys. They always, when the league say, "Hey, let's try this," the Cowboys don't hesitate. They had us in the ring right away, quickly.
Did it affect you? Did you feel effects of traveling like long distances?
We would take off landing either late at night, late in the evening, so you can go to bed, or you would land early in the morning, have to stay up all day. So it wasn't never kind of in the middle of the day when we would land.
Did it bother you, or was it just like As long as
I didn't
sleep.
care. You know,
Didn't care?
I didn't care because the way I treated my body, it didn't matter.
You wasn't really sleeping much anyway, were you?
Yeah, because we hit the ground. We like, everybody understood this when you got off the plane. Where's the local? Everybody understood that move right there.
All right, let's take our first break. When we come back, more football talk. And somebody's reportedly not taking part in team workouts. Are we shocked? When we come back on Hangin' with the Boys.
You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings in 4 delicious flavors and a large order of fries for just $16.99. What are you waiting for? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The $16.99 boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now from wingstop.com. Valid at participating locations for a limited time on orders for pickup or delivery placed via wingstop.com or the Wingstop app. Prices may vary by location. See wingstop.com/offers for full details. This summer, SeatGeek has your ticket to the best live concerts in North Texas at AT&T Stadium. SeatGeek makes it easy to catch world-conquering tours, high-wattage performances from your favorite artists all summer long. SeatGeek has the best seat, your seat, for an unforgettable summer. From rock royalty to rap superstars, R&B to country, find it all on SeatGeek, the official ticketing partner of AT&T Stadium. Summer concert season officially starts with SeatGeek. It's your summer. Make it count. SeatGeek.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is the reason Texas vodka is even a thing. Back in 1997, we opened Texas's first and only legal distillery. We paved the way for knockoffs, copycats, and wannabes ever since. Tito's is the original, the blueprint. Born in Austin, raised everywhere, blissfully ignoring trends for decades. And we're still the only Texas vodka really worth a damn. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
He's at the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Cowboys.
What's better than game day? How about the convenience, flavor, and protein of an all-new Hillshire Farm Ciabatta Deli sandwich? With flavors like Italiano, turkey and bacon, and chicken pesto, these sandwiches help make any Cowboys watch party a victory.
Cowboys win.
Found in the freezer aisle.
Hillshire Farm is calling.
Back to Hangin' with the Boys.
Welcome back to the second segment of Hanging with the Boys, brought to you each and every show by blockchain.com.
Blockchain.
Thank you, blockchain.com. All right, we did a little research in the break, and we
We're leaving now.
plugged. If you want to get to the Rio game, leave now. Plugged into AI. How long would it take to drive from Dallas to Rio de Janeiro? And it says driving from Dallas to Rio de Janeiro is not realistically possible as a continuous road trip because the Pan American Highway is interrupted by the Darien Gap between Panama and Colombia, a dense jungle with no connecting roads. If you could bridge that gap with a ferry or cargo transport, the trip would likely look like this. Distance about 6,500 to 7,500 miles, depending on the route. Pure driving time, and this may be even a little much for Nate, approximately 120 to 150 hours behind the wheel. Realistic road trip duration, aggressive pace 2 to 3 weeks, a comfortable pace if you want to take rest and cross borders 1 to 2 months. You would pass through countries including Mexico, Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, and Brazil. The major challenges would be multiple international border crossings, vehicle, import permits and insurance, safety concerns in certain regions, language differences, and the Darien Gap transport issue. Flying from Dallas to Rio is only about 10 to 14 hours, including layovers. Sailing a vehicle around the Darien Gap alone can take several days and significant paperwork. So if you want to go to the game, fly.
Saving.
There you go. Start
Fly.
Fly.
So we won't see Nate there.
We'll not see Nate there. Nate would go if they paid him money to be an ambassador, wouldn't you? Would you fly 14 hours to be an ambassador?
10 and a half.
Man. Wow, that's messed up.
Oh, that's funny. All right, Kurt.
Yes.
We all love to talk about gambling. We're not allowed to do it here. but we like to talk about it.
Sure.
Vegas has some new odds out.
Yeah.
Would you like to go into those odds?
Well, according to the Vegas projected wins, the Cowboys are going into the season with the fourth toughest schedule
In the whole league?
in the whole league. Fourth toughest.
So what exactly does that mean as far as
That
projected
means they're
wins?
not going to have a easy road ahead of them based on the teams they're going to face. That Vegas is predicting those teams are going to be pretty tough.
Do you have any more do you know where they rank, where they're projected to rank according to Vegas in the conference?
I do not. I can look.
Yeah, look that up. See what their odds are to win the Super Bowl and all that good stuff. It's always fun to talk about.
Boy, y'all can't let that go again.
What?
That Super Bowl. Yeah, Super Bowl. What's the
Super
odds?
Bowl. I mean, if we're
Wow.
not talking about Super Bowl, Nate, what are we doing here?
This the
They don't
odds.
play that game anymore, do they?
What game?
The Super Bowl.
Isn't it just like a halftime show
Yeah, that's
with
exactly.
a football game around it?
Yeah.
It's kind of what it's becoming, isn't it?
Yeah.
While Kurt looks that up, Nate, are you surprised that George Pickens is reportedly not taking part in team workouts at all?
Hey, our missing guy said this is what it would be. So, and that is Jesse Holly. So, I'm not surprised.
Right on time, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going. And I was telling Kurt before the show started, I said, just once, can we go to camp? And
With a whole team.
yeah, the second question is, where's George? You can see Dak saying, oh, I'm glad here to be the camp. Any questions? Yeah, where's George? How long will he be?
Yeah. Have you seen George? Was George on the plane?
Hey, did you talk to him? I mean,
I guarantee.
Those questions are probably going to start tonight.
oh, yes, sir.
Yeah. But
Because the home run derby, he'll be there and he'll talk to the media.
Yep.
That's one of the questions.
And then the first practice that's open to the public and the media, everybody will have their little notepads out there writing down who's coming out.
Yeah.
And then the tweets will start coming out. No sign of George Pickens yet.
Yeah.
No. George is on the table.
Right.
I mean, the biggest one's going to be the mandatory mini camp.
yes,
right?
sir.
Yeah.
And that's when?
I believe June
Yeah.
15th, 16th, 17th.
Third,
Kurt?
fourth week of June.
Yeah.
Gotta get him in here for that so he can get all the stuff for the video board and Monday Night Football and all that. Got to show up for that.
Well,
Yep.
may not, depending on.
Have to do a one-off.
Yeah, he's like.
But if you don't show
Corey
up
will
to
be
that,
happy.
it's a mandatory. So if you don't show up that, you may lose money. But
Yeah.
we'll see.
So the Cowboys, Vegas has them tied for 15th in odds to make the Super Bowl. They've got them 8th in the conference, 2nd in the division.
So they're right down the middle and everything.
Pretty much.
That's what the draft produced.
Yeah, because they were
Right down the middle.
They were right down the middle of the last 14 before the draft.
Yeah.
So this is what the draft produced. Wow.
Do you guys? And it takes 3 years before you really know what your draft produced. But have they improved that much with one pick? Because everybody's expecting them to do so much better now.
Caleb Downs is the savior.
Right. Like, do y'all see that? Or have we, as Cowboy fans, and always thinking we are more deserving and better than what we really usually are?
For me, I believe that. And this was my issue last year. And I'm saying like Jesse, I ain't trying to just hold on to last year, but just communication, and for coaches that admit, hey, we brought in a smarter brand of player, a guy, guys that will understand what we're asking them to do. Now, this don't mean it's not going to be some mistakes in the first 2 or 3 games, but by the 4th or 5th games, these guys should be whipping into shape, depending on will they make it through training camp healthy? Will they play most of these guys in preseason games? Because the quicker you can get guys acclimated to your system, the way you like to do things, the pace and speed you like to do things, where they can build endurance, because that's at the end, that's just what it's going to take, some endurance, mentally and physically. Then we'll see. By the 5th or 6th game, we should be like, hey, we got something here. Yeah. Or by the 5th or 6th games, you can be like, oh, man, do we need another 4 games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last year at training camp, you spoke a lot about, last year and the year before last, the physicality when you had the joint practice. Mm-hmm. Were you able to tell Were you able to tell during training camp that there were communication issues and alignment issues, or did you have to get in the season and see it actually on the field before you realized that?
Everybody's so basic that what most coaches do is, especially when you have a veteran team like the Rams, that's what we're talking about. They are basic. All they want to see is where their rookies fit in and but the speed of the practice, the physicalness of the practice was so different. I thought the speed that Coach Shanahan had these guys going, I hadn't seen tempo like that in a few years. Their tempo was up there until they met an equal force, and that was the Rams. And their force was a little bit better than ours, and because their players were better than ours.
Yeah.
So the draft for me, I love our draft because I'm not looking at Caleb Downs like everybody else or the Malachi kid. I'm looking at these are great building blocks. I think we went out and got guys that can fit in here, learn what to do, and young enough and strong enough, and all of these guys have desire to play. So football, I think, is their number one priority. So these guys are going to be better. They're going to be great building blocks. Where they fall, I'm gonna wait and see.
Yeah, I don't think they can. You're talking about the worst defense in the NFL last year. To ask them to become a top 10 defense by next year, that seems like a big leap. But I do think Downs and the guys they drafted, some of the guys they brought in, and I think generally people feel this way, is they should be average. And maybe that's good enough. I don't know if that's championship level.
They should be a little bit better than average.
Think so?
Because what made us average last year was two things. And these are two things you never want to talk about as an NFL ownership team coach, is you don't never want to talk about smarts, and you don't never, ever want to talk about effort. And it's just some games where you looked at our defense, you said, where was the effort? If coaches got to spend the majority of the time coaching your effort, we can never put in anything new because you haven't even gave the effort for what we've already got for our base defense. So we should walk out on that field 4 or 5 spots up higher than 32 because of just the effort,
I also
willingness.
think that, like, you've got a first-year coordinator with new schemes. You've got a lot of new players.
Yes, sir.
And there's, how the preseason works. It starts in week 1. So
Yes.
I just wonder, like you just said a little minute ago, how quickly can they really gel and figure this thing out and become a unit that can really make an impact?
What you have 12 to 15 padded practices. And I'll say the last 8 teams in the playoffs, the last 6 teams in the playoffs, if you go back and see, their health was in place. And so what you do, it's a thin line. You got to get your teams healthy because at the last 4 or 5 games of the season, you get in for position, you're trying to do the things you need to do to get into the playoffs and so on. But health is the key. You have 12 to 15 padded practices during training camp. You have to have your guys ready each one of those practices. Now you do a walkthrough, then you do a padded practice, or you do 2 days of padded practices. I'm talking about in the morning or in the evening, depending on what the coach wants. But if we're fortunate enough to have the Rams and plus the Chargers come in or vice versa, we go to them, you got to have the guys ready because these are young guys for the most part and new guys coming from anything that comes from the 49ers, they're going to be ready to practice. Any guy that we got from the 49ers, they going to be ready to practice. Shanahan demands that you're going to have to give up some hard practices. The Rams demand that. They coach you like, okay, you're a little shaky? Okay, but now tomorrow we full pad. So that is what Coach Shanahan, I think, is trying to get guys to do. Schottenheimer, excuse me. Coach Schottenheimer, excuse me. That's 2 different guys. But Coach Schottenheimer, I think that is what he's trying to do. He's trying to get guys that want to be great at their craft.
Yeah.
And thanks for I don't know why I keep going back to Coach Shanahan, but it's Schottenheimer. I think that's what he's trying to do.
Rolls off the tongue.
Sure.
I believe this right here, fellas. We got to pay close attention to that. And when we talking to our fans out there, people that are listening, and Chris is out there. I mean, Chris is out there. He see what I see. Mm-hmm. And me and him like, man, this didn't look too good yesterday. And he'll be like, yeah, it didn't look too good, but it's just.
Will you be able to
want to?
Will you be able to give it the eye test? So say 2 weeks into training camp, will you be able to look just from your eye and go?
The problem
looks like a better product.
The problem I have is, will our center and 2 guards be healthy?
Yeah.
Because if our center and 2 guards be healthy, then we know that our right tackle is going to fight. He's going to fight. He may not be the best athlete, but he's a bulldog. Now, the issue is, can we look at the pass rushers that we've brought in here, or the down linemen that we've brought in here? Can we see a dominance by them? And my left tackle and my right tackle, they're not the best guys right now, mentally or physically. So if I see Malachi just, oh man, Lord Jesus, but I'm looking at what I'm going against.
Right.
So I'll report back, hey, for what I see from this team or what I've seen in the past, these 2 outside linebackers look good. But I'll give you more if we play the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Equal or greater talent. Right?
Yeah. The thing, our 2 tackles have to be their best years. And we got a competition between Nate Thomas and Guyton. But Guyton is not, his competition is not against Nate Thomas. His competition is against himself. Mm-hmm. Can you stay healthy? Can you make it through a training camp? You're going to be the starting left tackle for the Dallas Cowboys. You're supposed to be competing against Nate Thomas. Nate ain't your issue. Your issue is, can you get through training camp? So that's where we at.
All right. Let's take our last break. When we come back, one of Nate's former teammates had something to say. We'll see if Nate agrees with him or not. When we come back, hang with the boys.
Chief and Commander.
Hey, Cowboy fans. Keith Davis here, former Cowboys safety.
Keith Davis into the end zone.
You know what separates champions from the rest? Making the right move at the right moment. With blockchain.com, that's never been easier. The Cowboys became America's team by striking bold when it mattered most. Now it's your turn. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys today to get started and learn more. That's blockchain.com/Cowboys.
This summer, SeatGeek has your ticket to the best live concerts in North Texas at AT&T Stadium. SeatGeek makes it easy to catch world-conquering tours, high-wattage performances from your favorite artists all summer long. SeatGeek has the best seat, your seat, for an unforgettable summer. From rock royalty to rap superstars, R&B to country, find it all on SeatGeek, the official ticketing partner of AT&T Stadium. Summer concert season officially starts with SeatGeek. It's your summer. Make it count. SeatGeek.
At Batteries Plus, we don't just sell batteries, we recycle them too. So don't toss your old ones. They're packed with critical materials we can reuse. Come in and recycle old lithium batteries found in your power tools, power banks, wearables, and small electronics. You'll score a chance to win Cowboys tickets, a VIP experience, and more. Join America's team and recycle with Batteries Plus, the official battery recycling partner of the Dallas Cowboys. Batteries Plus, the experts in charge.
You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings in 4 delicious flavors and a large order of fries for just $16.99. What are you waiting for? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The $16.99 boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now from wingstop.com. Valid at participating locations for a limited time on orders for pickup or delivery placed via wingstop.com or the Wingstop app. Prices may vary by location. See wingstop.com/offers for full details.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Cowboy fans, get your everyday essentials at your nearest 7-Eleven, whether you're Team Big Gulp or Team Slurpee, 7-Eleven is always open and always ready for you 24/7.
Hey, guys. Whoa, big gulps, huh? All right. Well, see you later.
See you later. Couple things before we get to what Nate's former teammate had to say. Are you guys surprised? They have $8 million in cap space left. You think they're going to bring more folks in? Last year, this time of year, they brought in Pickens. You think they're done for the year? You think they're going to make some more moves, sign some people off the couch, trade for some folks?
I would think they'd still be on the lookout. I mean, they still have a couple roster spots left, I believe. And so,
what do you do with leftover cap money if you don't spend it?
It rolls over.
So you get it added to next year?
Yes.
they may save some in case they want to make trade later in the year, in season or something like that.
Yeah, you have to have some going into the season for operating.
Yeah, but still, you'd like to. We kind of heard, well, they didn't make a move at linebacker. They're going to trade for one after the draft, or something like that. It's been real quiet so far.
You shocked?
No. I'm glad we got some money in left over and more than $2 million. So if we do somehow, some way be on the top end of the record at halfway point, I mean, the 5-4, whatever.
Go get somebody.
You can go get somebody.
Yeah, we don't
really get somebody.
Don't halfway do it. Get a difference maker. We don't really usually have money going into the season. Usually we're trying to restructure and re-sign.
Well, going into the offseason, we were over the cap, but they cut guys and restructured and all that. They figure out a way.
Always do. So do the Eagles.
Yeah, they do that.
When's that check going to come due? When's that credit card balance going to come due, Chris?
Boy, some of it's coming due for the cap. They got like $46,000 in dead cap money or something stupid like that.
Million, you mean?
46,000 is not a lot.
You're in pretty good shape.
Okay.
You got 46.
I was about to say 46,000 is great.
You've been hanging out with me, boy. You underwater, ain't you?
I would say,
you underwater. You get your oxygen cut off.
By my own account.
All right. Troy Aikman said this was, I guess, this week. I think if you're a Cowboys fan, you hope the offensive numbers don't look as good because that would mean the defense is better and playing a much bigger role. Makes sense. You agree with that?
I guess he's saying
you're not on the field as much.
You're not on the field as much. Well, if the defense, though, is getting
shorter
off,
fields.
Shorter fields?
Shorter fields. Yeah, shorter fields and
less yards.
Yeah, and even if they do drive down, it's threes instead of sixes. Yeah, it's threes instead of six. You don't have to kick 60-yard, 70-yard field goals. You know what I'm saying? You just because your defense can hold up. A lot of that last year, we're like, oh man, great kicker, love him to death because you got $7 million. I'm gonna love you to death. But this 65 is all of this because your defense can't. Nah, man, nah. Just put your defense out there. Go for it, and if it don't work, put your defense out there.
Okay, I like that.
When do you think we'll know if this defense is vastly improved? 4 games? 6 games?
Yeah, the same. The league is so right in how everybody has equal amount of padded practices, equal amount of everything during the preseason. Now, with everybody's, 60% of the teams not playing their veteran players, it's basically who's got the best athletes, who's willing to work hard those first 4 games, and you'll know. You'll know. It don't take long now. You just got to have guys that with a lot of want to.
So you think 4 weeks in we'll have a good idea?
Oh, you're going to have a
because we got bamboozled. What was that? 2 years ago against Cleveland.
Yeah.
We were like, we going to the Super Bowl. So 4 games. All right, 4 games. We had a conversation in the break that I want to know more about.
Yeah, I didn't realize Nate was involved in this. So yeah.
What were we talking about? The Cowboys
basketball.
Had a traveling basketball
back
team?
In the team, especially in the 70s and 80s, they had a traveling basketball team in the offseason. It was run previously by Drew Pearson. I don't know who ran it for you guys in the 80s. But
then Eugene Lockhart.
But yeah, you would I guess
Gene, the hidden machine.
Several teams had these traveling basketball teams, and they would get together, and like the Cowboys would go play the Steelers in El Paso or something. It was sort of a charity event, but they'd do this. They'd go out several times a year and play other teams. You never see that.
8 times a year.
Was it competitive?
Yeah, but it was mostly fun because nobody wanted to get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
It was about football, but you always fought to be on it. Man, let me be on the traveling team. Let me be on the traveling team.
Who'd you play with? Who was on your teams?
Everson Walls, Eugene DeBose, Michael Downs, Playmaker, myself, and I think Kevin Martin.
Was this going on in the 90s too?
No,
just late 80s.
It was over. It was over by then, I think.
Drew Pearson talked about it because Drew Pearson ran it, but he helped schedule everything back in the day, and he remembered. They played the Steelers in the Super Bowl and lost, and then the next year, that offseason, had to go play basketball against them. And he made it sound like it got pretty intense. Those teams didn't like each other.
A little feisty.
Yeah, they had Ed Too Tall Jones, who's 6'9".
Right.
Pearson, a lot of other guys. They had Percy Howard, who was a college basketball player. He was part of that for a year or two. I mean,
they were good. And Mike them were good. I mean, you found out Dion played with us a couple of times, and Larry Brown started his own little squad, and so we kind of had 2 teams in Mexico City, all the small towns in Texas. You name it, we hit them. It was fun. It was fun.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Did you? Speaking of competition, things have changed so much just in society. Everybody's friends with everybody. Everybody swaps jerseys. Were there guys back then that you did not like that you played against? Like if you would have run into them out in the dark alley?
Only time I'm gonna have a conversation with you, and y'all guys have heard me say this. I thought the only time I'm gonna have a conversation with you is after the season, because most people didn't. If you played me 1 or 2 times during the season, you would think something's wrong with me because I ain't talking to you. I ain't trying to hear you. I'm not shaking your hand. I'm not. No. But then after the season, they'll see the same guy. Man, you totally different than what I thought. People say you pretty cool. I'm like, yeah, I am, bro. It's just when we go on the football field, I ain't feeling you, bro. Not if I got to play directly against you. I'm not feeling you. Like Bryant Young, great. I think Brian is in the Hall of Fame. I play against him in the Hall of Fame. You know what? I should be in the Hall of Fame because I slowed these guys down. Some of them I stopped. But anyway, Brian Young, I wasn't saying nothing to him. This dude was the ultimate warrior, man. I wasn't, I'm trying to figure out how to stop this beast.
Ooh, 49er, huh?
Oh, bro, him, Stubblefield, Dana Stubblefield, bruh.
Were there guys that you don't have to name names, but were there guys that you genuinely didn't like outside of football?
Nah.
So everybody, it was a season game face. And then it's the brotherhood after that. Right?
Warren Sapp, love him to death. Whenever I see Warren, I sit down. This is one of the smartest dudes in the world. He kind of freaky, but he's smart.
Very freaky.
Yeah.
You don't know. You got to watch what you say. Yeah. He'll snatch you up.
But it's just, I ain't want to mess with Dana Stubblefield, Reggie White, Jerome Brown was my homeboy.
Just hated to play him, huh?
Took my girlfriend. Anyway, I mean, come on, Jerome. I mean, you got the world, first round pick. But
looks like here you played your brother 3 times, and he was a defensive tackle.
Yeah, and didn't even speak to him. My brother, like, what's up, bro?
Really?
I ain't got time for you or nobody. Look at here, bro. You talking to a dude that had wasn't a very good studier back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Playing off just sheer talent. For my first early years, wasn't in what you call good football shape. So everything was, I had to stay focused and tense. You know what I'm saying?
You had to lock in, huh?
I had to lock in. When you have, that's why I tell people, I've been where some of these players been. And that's why I always say you need an A player, and that A player ain't playing. you got to go to work because the B players are going to follow the A player, and everybody else got to just fall in line. And so Troy, Emmett, we just fortunate to have a lot of A players, that turned out to be A players. And they wasn't playing, man. You had to know your stuff. If you got Stepnoski in the middle of your offensive line, I mean, he could put together the game plan himself. He was so smart. Nah, man.
About you, Kurt, you have any beef with any writers around the league?
Yeah, we regularly go at it.
Anybody you see in a dark alley, you snatching them up by the back of the neck?
No.
No? What about in this building? Get a beef
In this
with anybody
building?
in this building?
No.
What about in this room?
No, well, then, no.
Okay.
Fortunately, we've got a lot of good people here.
The thing about, I understand there's no animosity. Like I said, because when the season was over with, but winning a Super Bowl and winning NFC championships, and what got me fired up was I went to the Giants and I think Buffalo Super Bowl. I took my parents, and I watched this dude kick a field goal to win it or something at Tampa Stadium. And I felt that crowd. I said, wow. And that's all I could think about. My mom and dad talking and stuff, and I'm like, wow, what would it be for all eyes to be on you, the world to be on you? And then that's when I really understood the magnitude of the Cowboys when we went to that Super Bowl, where all the eyes basically was on us. And thanks to Charles Haley, I was talking to him the other day. Man, you give me too much credit. I said, bro, without you, the runs of Pro Bowls and runs of not Super Bowls, but All Pros, when it meant something, the Pro Bowls when it meant something, man, I wouldn't. It took everything I had to go against the guys I went against. I went against John Randall, Bryant Young, Dana Stubblefield, the great Reggie White, the late Jerome Brown. I had to repeatedly go against Lawrence Taylor, people of that ilk. It wasn't never, that's what I'm saying, the NFC East, I didn't worry about the overall schedule because the NFC East, Washington, Dexter Manley, Charles Mann. It was just too many dogs right where Wilbert Marsh. It was too many dogs where I was. Everybody hiking their leg up, and you weren't gonna pee on me, dog. It wasn't for the house. You know what I'm saying? So
that's true. That when you say it like that, it's like you probably welcomed like a when John Detroit, Randall. You're like, I only have him once. Okay.
Yeah, look at man. When we played, and see the thing about it is when we played against Detroit, they had great players, but not as many. Teams were stacked. Charles Mann, Dexter Manley. You have Lawrence Taylor. And what was the other great guy on the other side? Outside linebacker. Banks. You got Carl Banks. You got Seth Joyner. You got I hope I'm saying his name right. You got Clyde Simmons. You got Jerome Brown.
Reggie.
You got Reggie, and then you got Pitts and what's the great announcer for ESPN? He played the other defensive tackle. Then you got Byron Evans in the middle. Then you got two crazy safeties, Muddy Waters and the other great safety. And you had two outstanding corners. One of them is in the Hall of Fame now. And I'm saying to myself, we played against them, and we beat them in the playoffs on a regular basis, brother. And so now you got Green Bay, and then Reggie goes to Green Bay and lift them up. That is what Charles Haley did to us. We had a bunch of B players that were doing their job. Tony Tolbert, B+. Russell Maryland, B+. Tony Casillas, a B. We had the guys. Then when Charles came here, the A+ player, the true alpha, and lifted everybody up. Now you got Darren Woodson, who should be a Hall of Famer, sitting back there. We beating these guys I'm talking about, guys that are in the Hall of Fame, that people got all the respect for. I mean, I got respect for them too, but we whooped them dudes, man. We beat them dudes on a regular basis.
Doesn't make sense, does it?
And that's why when Mr. Jones say, I'll give everything to da-da-da-da. Well, I know you gave everything because you went and got Charles and paid him. You went and got Dion and paid him. So I know you can do it, but you the one put this salary cap in place against yourself, bruh. You did that.
Well, let's go get some more A-plus players.
There you go.
Yeah.
Let's get halfway through the season and be
it.
in the thick of it and go save a little money and go get some guys.
I like it.
All right, Kurt, good stuff. Thanks for filling in for Jesse.
All right, Kurt.
Jesse, we miss you.
One pump, Poppy.
Nate, good seeing you. Chris, thanks for keeping us on the air. Everybody in the back, thanks for keeping them company. We'll be back next week with the schedule in hand. Tune in tonight. Watch all the social media stuff. Go to the home run
You don't
derby.
have to go underwater to get the.
You don't have to go. Start driving now if you're going to drive. Get your documents in order. We'll see you next week on Hang with the Boys.
We out.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?